Well, welcome to live coverage of Republic Tigers football, and welcome to the Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo football pregame show as the Tigers have traveled to historic Jung Stadium in Joplin to take on the Joplin Eagles. Both these teams 2-3. Joplin is a team that's been up and down, obviously started the season with a big win over Webb City and has a win over Carl Junction, but has struggled at times as well. So Rich Miles, it's one of those seasons, more than usual even, that you just don't really know what you're going to get. And, you know, the whole COVID situation, in addition to the normal thing with injuries, makes it that much more difficult.
You're exactly right. It's literally day to day in the public education system. You know, me being a teacher, you know, every day you get some students back, and then you may lose some students just due to quarantining. And I know Joplin has been a team, you know, that has kind of seemed like they've been affected by injuries in the quarantine situation a little bit more than other football teams, but everybody's obviously is affected the same way. But it is just so weird, as we'd mentioned before. You had a Joplin team that got all the news week one of beating Webb City, and then they turn around and drop several games. And then, you know, what was the big shocker was this Joplin team loses to Willard by 2 scores, and no one really saw that coming. You know, kind of thought maybe that would possibly be a game that Joplin might get back in the win column, but Willard took care of Joplin with pretty ease.
Yeah, and, you know, that was a matter of, I think, injuries partly. And, you know, Willard probably played pretty well, but, you know, Joplin has had some guys out, and just, you know, with COVID this year, the thing that's interesting, and in talking to Dustin Baldwin about it during the week, it's not only that they are, you know, things are kind of uncertain, but it hits you all at once. Like, it's not a kid gets hurt in practice or gets hurt in a game, you know he's out next week. I mean, he could be ready to go in the starting lineup, and then all of a sudden, poof, he's out, you know, on Thursday afternoon. You just never know.
I mean, you're exactly right, and especially whenever you are watching film and you might be preparing for an opponent, and let's say they're, you know, your opponent this coming Friday has a star, you know, running back or receiver, and you're essentially trying to figure out how you're going to defend that star athlete, and then you find out at the last second that it's going to be another athlete in their stead because they're out for whatever reason at the last second, like you said. So that definitely changes the atmosphere in your preparation throughout the week.
You know, it's interesting, too, that I think, at least I'll speak for myself, 7 weeks ago, I was not sure we'd be sitting here at this point. And so you just got to kind of look at this as a blessing that we've got a game going on in week 6 and haven't missed one yet. At least Republic hasn't. So it's kind of been charmed. I know that softball had to sit out for a couple of weeks, and so did volleyball. But we're in week 6 and have had a football game every Friday night, and it doesn't get much better than that.
You're exactly right. Throughout the summer, I had several people, you know, ask me about the upcoming football season. You know, are we still having it, not having it? You know, are you and David going to go to the games? And, you know, at that point in time, it was just kind of like, you know, yes. But as of right now, it was a yes. And like you said, so glad to be here because, you know, you've seen different teams that have had to readjust their schedule. You know, an example was Kickapoo and Webb City both lost an opponent, and they ended up scheduling themselves. So, you know, if there was some wood to knock on right now around us, I'd say knock on wood. You know, so far Republic's doing great. Our schedule hasn't been, you know, affected in a negative way yet.
A couple of players to keep an eye on tonight, and we've been doing this the last couple of weeks, calling it 2 to watch. And on the offensive side of the ball, Aidan Gregory had a big game last week, came in and made 4 catches and really was a big spark plug for the offense as they came back against Ozark. So he's a guy that we're going to keep an eye on. He has found out during the break that he's number 6. We had been asked coming in, who's number 6? He's not on the roster. The Joplin media guys were asking us. Well, had a jersey situation. swapped out, and so Aidan Gregory is number 6 tonight, and he's the one who'll be out there doing that. And then the other is Ezekiel Meads, and he's not only an important running back and an important part of the offense, but he had a big game last week punting the ball. He had 3 punts for a total of 109 yards, 36.3 yards average. The long was 49. And so I think special teams, if you can make Joplin have to march the ball down the field with some good field position, you're going to be in much better shape, and that's going to be a key tonight.
Yeah, it's great to highlight players, not only throughout the season and how good they're doing, but also, looking back at last week. And like you said, there was definitely some positives to pull out of last week's game versus Ozark. It was definitely an example of our team, not just shutting down whenever Ozark got up by 3 touchdowns there late in the game. All of a sudden, you kind of felt that swing of emotion there in the fourth quarter, and we were able to score a couple of touchdowns and make the game, within 1 score. And I'm just so happy to see that our teams, just didn't lay down and just kind of throw their hands up in the air when it looked like the game was kind of out of hand there. They fought their way back, and it made it a really interesting game there in the late fourth quarter.
Yeah, and this, I think, will be a good one. I mean, Joplin, depending on who's there, is obviously very talented. You don't beat Webb City without talent. But if they can control the edge, I think that's going to be an important part of their defensive success tonight. We're going to take a break and be back with more of our Hines Street Pharmacy pregame show after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Not only can Hines Street Pharmacy deliver prescriptions right to your door and often save you money compared to what you're paying at big box pharmacies, their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, and now they're offering curbside flu shots. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Henniger Chevrolet is proud we continue to serve Springfield and Southwest Missouri as we have for over 40 years. The Pinnaker Chevrolet family treat each of our customers like family and exceed every expectation, not only in the large selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, but also the quality of pre-owned vehicles to fit any budget. Whether you need a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, pick Pinnaker every time. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Pick Pinnaker every time!
Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet their customers' needs with a level of service and communication that no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
By head coach Curtis Jasper in his 6th season.
Well, welcome back as the Tigers get set to take on the Joplin Eagles. And I was busy doing other things. Gentlemen, what was the coin toss situation?
Republic won the toss and deferred. They are undefeated in coin tosses this year.
We need to get, well, I'm sorry to say we need to get a stat about that, but I guess you just gave us a stat about that. This is why you're the best in the business, Tim Barnes.
First in the conference.
Yeah, first in state. I mean, I think if you go to their Max Preps page, under coin flips, they're ranked, 1 out of 400 or whatever it is they always have on the Max Preps page.
They actually have a long history of being good in coin flips.
They do a nice job with the coin flips. I have to ask if they have some kind of a strategy. So Northrop has it teed up, and the Tigers will kick it off to the Eagles. Last time we were down here, it was Cam Flood who had a long kickoff return for Republic. This a short kickoff taken by the up man. That was Joe Jasper. And he is tackled at around the 42-yard line, and that's where Joplin will take over.
I believe number 6 for Joplin, the senior Nathan Glades, is their running back that's had a lot of success, and I believe he was out last week against Willard.
And if you remember 2 years ago when we were here, Glades was not really supposed to, he hadn't played much coming into the game against Republic, and we were looking for the big names. And that time it's Glades who sneaked away from a couple of guys, stayed on his feet, brought down by Moody, gain of about 6, and brings up 2nd and 4, and Joplin back up to the line. But Glades just killed the Tigers that year. Big block on the outside on the screen around the corner, inside the Republic 40-yard line. Moody with the tackle. And Wright completes it to Keaton Renfro. And DeAndrea. It was DeAndrea, not 15, not 12.
Holding on Joplin.
So it comes back.
But Keaton Renfro was a player that touched the ball quite a bit the past couple years for Joplin, along with Glades.
Our first quarter scoreboard sponsor is Absolute Roofing. Thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their longtime support of Republic Tiger Sports.
Holding charge against Joplin. The ball's been marked at the 40.
And early here in the game, Joplin is going to kind of be similar to Nixa, as in a team that gets quick up to the line of scrimmage.
High snap, corralled by Wright.
Hold on. Good job.
Nice job on the tackle over there by Landon Porter.
Pass complete to number 23, Trayshawn Thomas. Number 3 is Landon Porter making the stop. Brings up third down at the 39-yard line. Third.
Landon Porter is a name that we've mentioned quite a bit, especially in the open field tackle. Definitely an improvement from last year.
Wright looks to throw, slings it kind of sidearm, and it is complete inside Republic territory and good for a first down for Joplin.
Right pass complete to number 23, Trayshawn Thomas. Number 3 is Landon Porter making the stop. That's enough for Joplin Eagles.
Porter was there. That was just a really good throw.
Yep.
Republic 48.
Boy, and they are moving quick.
Yeah.
Handoff, gain of about 2.5 for Nathan Glades.
Number 6, Nathan Glades.
Second down and about 7, give him 3.
And that is definitely something that can wear a defense down really quickly if they do not make the offense punt.
Glades, stutter step, got around a couple of guys, but the Tigers were there to bottle them up. DeAndrea up off the bottom of the pile. Sandridge was in there as well. Third down for Joplin. Third and about 3 from the 41 out of the shotgun. And it's a keeper for Wright. He is hit, but not before he crosses the first down marker. Down to about the 35-yard line. Dalton Parks came up and hit him. Back to the line they go. Hope everybody's on their toes tonight up here. Quick pass out in the flat. And down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Stop was made by Sandridge.
What I noticed so far early in this game for the Joplin receivers is the receivers that aren't getting the ball do a really good job of throwing a block for the receiver that is going to catch it. Something that our DBs are going to have to fight through.
Another throw, wide open, broken down coverage, and into the end zone goes Keaton Renfro. That was too easy.
Well, there was a breakdown. You had 2 Republic defenders that came up on the receiver that they thought that was going to get it. There was 2 Joplin receivers lined up to the left. One just took a step and then opened up to the QB, and that's where the 2 Republic defenders thought the QB was going to throw it to, while the outside receiver ran down the sideline wide open. Republic had 12 men out on the field. That was going to be a penalty on the Republic
Illegal
Tigers.
substitution charged against Republic has been declined by Joplin.
So extra point is good. And with 9:17 left to go in the first quarter, it is 7-0 Joplin. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
With virtual grocery shopping, birthday parties, and even yoga, it seems everyone is doing things virtually. At Cox Health, we have 2 virtual care options to make it even easier to get the care you need from your home or workplace. Virtual visits on demand to see the first available Cox Health provider, and our new virtual visits for primary and specialty care. Now, you can schedule a virtual appointment for adult wellness exams and other routine care with a physician you already know and trust. To learn more, visit Cox Health at coxhealth.com.
So Memphis Maples is back deep for the Tigers. And Joplin has it teed up, leading 7-0 after a touchdown on their opening drive. Maples comes up and stumbled, and it came off of his midsection and bounced way out ahead. And I think, did he jump on it?
Yeah,
or
he
did
jumped
another
on
Tiger?
it. No, Memphis is the one who somehow...
Unconventional return,
Yeah.
but good yardage.
that literally ricocheted off of him several yards in front of him, and how he was able to get on that, I don't know, but good job, Memphis.
It was like he tripped, and he tripped at the same time he was about to catch it, and the forward momentum really propelled the ball forward, and but he didn't fall down. He stayed on his feet and somehow got out there that was the weirdest return. Buford in motion. They give it to him around the edge. Tries to get to the corner. Can't. Finally, he decides to tuck it in and go upfield for maybe 1.5 yards on first down.
I do like earlier in the game, attacking the outside there. You got someone as quick as Chase.
Beckner in there at quarterback. 545 yards passing on the season for Beckner. And they've got 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. Sends Meads in motion and keeps it, and he is hammered after a gain of maybe 1 yard. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Quarterback Gavin Beckner on that carry. Stop
Man,
by number 9, Luke. Correction.
So far, our offensive line has not gotten a really good push. They've just kind of been stalemated there.
3rd and 7.
Something we're going to have to correct pretty quickly here in the first quarter.
Beckner looks to throw, flushed out of the pocket, finds a man down the sideline. That's Buford out near midfield, and that's going to be a first down for the Tigers.
Gavin Beckner pass complete to number 41, Ezekiel Meads.
No, that was
Number
Meads.
7 is Corey Reed involved in
Meads was able to get himself open there.
Ball's been marked at the
think,
Republic 48
Joplin D-backs just
10 for the Tigers.
lost where he went, and he was able to go right down the sideline there, waiting for the ball.
Meads again, spins off a tackler, gains 1 yard on first down. Out near
Number
midfield.
41, Ezekiel Meads on that carry. Stopped by number 90, Gunnar Price. Brings up 2nd and 9 from the 49-yard line.
Offensive line did a really good job on the pass play to Meads there. A lot of time back there to kind of find his receivers.
In motion goes Porter, and they give it to Meads going back the other way. A little dipsy-doodle by the Tiger offense, and he moves the pile out inside the 45-yard line.
And sometimes when things aren't working how you want it to, you got to pull out a dipsy-doodle and keep the defense guessing on what you're going to do.
Third and 2.
Joplin 44-yard line.
I'm trying to keep it old school, Rich.
I have no problem with old school.
In honor of Jung Stadium. Little throwback screen to Meads. Gets away from a man, leans forward, and is he past the first down marker? I think he is. It's close.
Yeah, they're waving, so they're not even going to attempt to measure it. Good job. I think he was initially going to be stopped just short of it, and the last effort that he gave on driving his feet there was just enough to get the ball across that line there for the first down.
At the Joplin 42-yard line.
You know, this is one thing that the Tigers need to do is just at least hang on to the ball, even if you don't score on every drive. Those 3 and outs are killers to the defense. Around the end, and a big hit, but a good gain on first down for Josh Sterling.
There's number 33, Jaden Holt, the one that came up through the hit there. But nonetheless there, it's a big gain there. I like that. Being able to pick up 5+ yards on first down really opens up the playbook a little bit more.
Meads in the backfield next to Beckner. They've got 3 wide receivers to the right side. That's Porter, Gregory, and Sterling. And Buford lined up over here on the near side. Beckner's going to keep it. Big hole. Good job by the offensive line. Lowers the helmet down inside the 25, and the Tigers on the move.
And those of you who maybe watched the game last week against Ozark, that was the play that essentially moved us down the field almost an entire drive. It was just Beckner keeping the ball and just finding an opening either on the left hand or the right side. And again, like you alluded to, the right side of the O-line did a great job. There is a massive hole there between the right guard and the right tackle.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 25-yard line. Again, Beckner's going to keep it, tries to get to the corner. He does, turns it up, but he's knocked out of bounds before he gets too far upfield. Gain maybe 3 and brings up 2nd down and 7.
But what I like there is he's literally just kind of patient and just waits for a hole to open up, and he realized there wasn't a hole opening up in front of him, so he went off to the left-hand side there. Almost got the Joplin D line there to jump off sides. Beckner did a hard count there before looking over the sidelines looking for the call.
Joplin defense having to spread out, and the Tigers trying to take advantage of the gaps that leaves. Beckner, quick throw, and threw it over the head of Sterling. And the whistle blows. Joplin heads up play, jumping in there and trying to get to it. Just in case it was a backwards pass, but it was not.
And that's definitely one that I think Beckner's going to have to look at later and realize that, you know, he had a wide open Sterling there, that if it was a pass play that was just a little bit lower, Sterling could have gotten some big chunk of yardage there, I believe.
Yep, big 3rd down here. Sterling's going to throw it up top. He's got a man, and it is caught in the end zone.
Yes!
Touchdown, Landon Porter.
What a diving catch. That is awesome.
And what a throw by Beckner to find him.
That's one of those plays where the QB literally is throwing it to a spot, not to a receiver. He's just throwing it up there, trying to hit that back pylon and hoping that his receiver is able to run underneath it. Perfect timing between QB and receiver.
Outstanding throw, outstanding catch. You don't see a lot of high school receivers who when the ball is that far in front of them, keep running to the spot. They tend to get turned around or lose the momentum. The kick is good, and it is a tie game now. 7-7. Great drive by the offense for the Tigers. And let's take a look at that play again.
Joplin Eagles 7, Republic Tigers 7.
Got it lined up. You can see Porter going up the sideline and made a little inside move to lose his defender and just ran under it. The arms go up, and it is a touchdown for the Tigers. And wow, what a play and what a drive to open things up.
And what a way to answer Joplin's touchdown.
Yep. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, dedicated to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that Tigers were now 1 for 1 in the red zone as they got it into the end zone. And our red zone report, sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader.
Number 8, Andre Northrup. Back deep is number 6, Nathan Glades. Number 4, Joe Chance for a return stop by number 5.
I think that was Dalton Parks who came in.
First and 10 at their own.
Was able to tackle the return man there, got him down around the legs.
How many plays and yards was that opening drive, Tim Barnes?
For Republic, it was 11 plays, 73 yards.
And good job by the Tiger defense to bottle up the running back, Nathan Glades.
Number 6, Nathan Glades on the carry. Final stop by number 58, Bryce Messler.
Man, wow.
Second and 8.
He almost got the last name there.
Yeah, the I looked like an L on the roster. Bryce Messier. They throw it to Glades over on the edge, get him in space, and he stays inbounds, still inbounds, working his way up the far sideline. Good run after the catch by Nathan Glades.
And that right there was set up by, again, Joplin receivers doing a great job of blocking against our defenders down the field. So our corners are going to have to do a better job of fighting through a receiver that comes out to block them.
Wright gets away, slithered in between the defenders, and got near a first down. That was a good run by Wright. Wright caused a lot of trouble for the Republic basketball team last season, and he's a good all-around athlete. Quick throw after the fake handoff. Little screen over to the far sideline, and up the sideline goes Keaton Renfro. And he's down inside the 10. It's going to be first and goal for Joplin.
And as you see here, some of the athletes that Joplin have, Glades and Renfro are athletes that we're not going to be able to just take down with an arm tackle. They're athletes that we're going to have to wrap up and take them down to the ground.
And Republic's done a good job up to this point of not relying on arm tackles a lot, and that time coming in from the backside was DeAndrea to make the stop. DeAndrea has like 5 tackles for losses and a couple of sacks this season. He's very aggressive, and Dustin Baldwin told me at some point that, if this was more of a passing league, he might have some gaudy numbers because he's such a good pass rusher. And speaking of passing, that is a touchdown pass to Keaton Renfro into the end zone, and Joplin back on top.
Well, at this rate, this may be a high-scoring game, but I like the action out there. See how the offense for Republic responds to this.
Looks a lot like the.
Ooh,
that's not a good kick.
That was not a good kick at
I don't
all.
know. I don't think it was blocked, was it?
I don't think it was, but I think a Republic defender came in and just kind of spooked the kicker just slightly to where it kind of changed how he was going to kick it. And when you're already going through your emotions as a kicker and you kind of change something at the last second, so many things can go wrong.
So it's 13-7. Tigers will try to tie it up and maybe take the lead on their next drive. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this on Republic Tigers Sports.
It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection.
Robert Taylor, owner of a Blue Sky on. You need to move your car
Back
immediately.
on Republic Tigers Sports, the Tigers get set to receive the kickoff.
Owning a Blue Sky on.
13-7. Joplin in the lead. Started to say before the break, this reminds me a little bit of the Webb City game, except that was a sustained drive by the Tigers. Kind of got the feeling that at the Webb City game, the Tigers got a couple of big plays on their quick strikes, and those were not going to happen again. But the way they moved the ball on the first drive here was encouraging. Maples takes it all the way back inside the 5, out to the 20, and he is hit high and low and brought down right at the 20. Stop made by combination of Joe Jasper and Drew Van Gilder.
Referees marking the ball to 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Memphis Maples did all that work and got it right out to the 20. But he got to run. I mean, it would have been a lot more boring for Memphis if he just let it go in the end zone.
Yeah, that was definitely a much cleaner return than the first one. The first one started off pretty scary there. But like I said, see the character of this Republic team.
Nope. That last one was the sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're
Go
fine.
ahead.
Just being able to, obviously, can we keep up with this Joplin team? Touchdown to touchdown.
Buford around the edge, and
one.
he's got a first down out past the 30-yard line. Yeah, Memphis, I was just going to say, Memphis's first return was maybe the first ever kickoff return without the ball.
Yeah. But going back to that last play there, I like that. Going right back to Chase Buford, that was the first play of the last drive. They only got maybe a yard on it, and this time was able to pick up almost 11 yards.
Quick throw up top, and he overthrew Landon Porter, streaking up the sideline. It's kind of a good thing he did because there was coverage there and might have been picked off if it hadn't have been thrown out of bounds. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, 1:59 left, and it's 13-7. Joplin, 2nd and 10 coming up for the Tigers.
I do like going deep there, taking that shot. Keeps the defense awake back there, realizing that this is a Republic team that, we may run it a couple times, but then we might try to go deep on you too.
Beckner throws it back over the middle. Sterling almost got away, couldn't quite, gained about 3 yards. Thought he was going to get out of that and get into that gap in the defense and pick up some yardage.
Number 51 is Robert Kelly making the
Down to 1:40 left in the quarter, and a big third down here. 3rd down and 7 for Republic.
I like the patience of the offense. Everybody kind of lines up, they look over, everybody gets the call, and they line up.
On the far hash mark, 2 wide receivers to each side. Beckner's going to back up. It's going to be a screen over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended for Buford and led him too far out in front, and the Tigers will have to punt it away. First punt of the night for either team.
And who's going to return it for Joplin? Nathan Glades is going to return it. I would probably kick away from him.
Yep, and remember Ezekiel Meads out there. 3 punts last week, an average of 36.3 yards. And he does punt it on a bounce. It's picked up. And he got away and still up the sideline. How is there room there? Finally coming up and making the hit is Ezekiel Meads. He's like, well, if nobody's going to tackle him, I'll do it.
There is a flag, though, about the 31-yard line. So I think it's going to be on Joplin, just kind of the time and place of where that flag was thrown. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a block in the back, I think, against Joplin.
Illegal block charge against Joplin.
Let's watch that return again. See if we can catch it. Well, a lot going on. I don't see it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I know one person that thinks it didn't happen, and they're sitting right down in front of us. But I will say this, the complaint from the fan was it must be a Springfield referee. It's nice to know that people down here complain about Springfield referees. I'll just leave it at that. And I think there's a hold there. I don't see a flag. And finally coming up and making the stop was Avery Moody. Down under a minute to go in the first quarter. It's 13-7 Joplin. Second and 8. Fake handoff. They throw it over in the flat. And Moody is there to bring him down for a loss.
And I've seen, even though Tristan Hicks hasn't necessarily been directly involved on the tackle, but I've seen Tristan Hicks just lay out back-to-back plays, a Joplin player that has come out to block him. And number 31, Tristan, isn't having any of that. He's literally flat-backed a Joplin defender. We need some more of that energy.
So back to 3rd and 10, back to the original line at the 20. Right, looking to throw. Does toss it over the middle, finds his man on the run. He's got the first down, and he's tripped up by, first man to him was Bryce Clark. And it's a first down for Joplin.
Yeah, Trayshawn Thomas. I mean, he looks tall out there from how, yeah, he's 6'3".
Blades. Well, he's got such a good lateral cut, upended at the end of that play by Landon Porter.
There is a flag on the field.
And a penalty flag, even though the quarter ended. So we'll see what that is before we go to break.
Oh, now I see a flag. It's over there by the, sort of near the 40-yard number here, closest to us. And it looks like it's going to be against Joplin. So, again,
I have another thing I've learned. Springfield refs must like bologna.
Right. The boo birds are out here, directed towards the referees, but whatever the case may be.
So an illegal shift was the call.
Joplin takes the ball back to the 33-yard line, 1st and 15.
First and 15. There's no time on the clock. Is that the rule that they play the down at the end of the quarter? I don't know that I knew that they did that.
I didn't think so at the quarter.
No, it doesn't really make sense, but who knows? Oh, stayed in bounds and got punished for it. And at the end of the play, coming up and making the big hit on Glades was Dean Markham. Cooper Lander was there first. But the defense delivered a little punishment at the end of that one. And we come to the end of the first quarter. It's 13-7 Joplin. Joplin has the ball when we come back after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And again this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we take a look at the stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. ERCPA named to Accounting Today's 2020 Best Accounting Firms to Work For. You can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Now, Rich Miles, what are the Tigers doing especially well so far? I guess I should make sure you have your headset on before I ask you a question.
Joplin facing second down, second and 12 from their own 36.
Yes, I was looking up some scores from around the area. Ooh, good hit. Who was that?
It was Lander who came in and got the tackle at the end.
Was that Bryce? Gosh.
Bryce Clark?
I think that was Tommy DeAndrea. I think that was Tommy D that came in and made the initial hit there.
From the 34-yard line.
But that was awesome aggressiveness there. Make sure that they'll probably go deep here, and our DBs need to make sure that no one gets behind them.
Third and
just
long,
like that. Dang it.
And down the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Right in the middle of the field.
Glades in open space.
Yeah, Glades is just right in the middle. Just kind of lost him in the whole kind of mesh and the mess of, different receivers going in different directions, and Glades just very slowly, he just kind of popped up right in the middle, kind of where the linebackers would be, and hit him in stride.
Extra point is good. Not on the scoreboard yet, and I was looking the other way. Yeah, it is good. Yeah. And so it is 20-7, and that's a tough one because the Tiger defense had played so well, and just what you said, they played well until they let Glades get in that gap and get in space.
Yeah, they were pretty balanced there in the receivers. They had the receivers on each side there, and you knew that they were going to try, a pass play, obviously, because it was third and long. It was like 3rd and 13, somewhere around there, and all the receivers just kind of went on deep routes, running off our DBs and our safeties, and no one accounted for the running back that just kind of very slowly did his routes and just kind of popped up there in the middle, and before they realized that number 6 was wide open there in the middle, it was too little too late. Hit him in stride, and then it just became a foot race for the rest of the play. And no one's going to really keep up with Glades there whenever he's got a full head of steam.
Starting to get a few scores in, and you can see it down on our scoreboard on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Nixa leading Ozark 7-0. And want to mention that Destiny Church is our second quarter scoreboard sponsor. Pursuing God, loving life, that's Destiny Church. Find them online at destinychurch.me.
Oh,
good
keep
return
going, baby.
Up the sideline. Still on his feet into Joplin territory. Finally, Sterling ushered out of bounds. And a great return by Josh Sterling.
Yeah, everybody did exactly what they were supposed to do. All the blockers in front of Sterling picked up their guy. Maples was one of the last guys there to pick up his guy, and just kind of sealed off the edge. And he's able to just run down the sideline.
Yeah, caught it on the far hash mark, and the coverage kind of overcommitted to that side. He came to the near side, and finally the kicker comes over and knocks him out of bounds. Great return by Josh Sterling.
55 yards.
A better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, dedicated to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. And Avery Moody back in their quarterback now. Gains about 4 on first down.
Number 90, Gunnar Price, along with number 18, Scott Lowe, brings up second down at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 6.
The middle gain of a couple of yards. And the drive begins with that 55-yard kickoff return by Josh Sterling. Puts the Tigers in good position here.
Just, with the situation being down 2 scores and just where we are on the field, I would assume that this is going to be 4-down territory, that we'll go for it on 4th down if we don't get it here.
3rd and 3. 3 wide receivers to the left. That's Buford, Gregory, and Meads in the slot. They give it to Sterling, tries to duck in there behind his blockers and doesn't get anywhere. Stopped just short of the line of scrimmage. And it brings up about 4th and 4 with 9:42 left to go in the second quarter.
Number 68.
Yeah.
Donovan Watkins in on the stop.
Offense obviously staying out there.
Brings up 4th down. 4th and 4.
Webb City and Branson tied at 7 in the early going.
Joplin looking like they were going to bring on a blitz there, but then their linebackers backed off.
Moody's going to throw it up top, and Porter reaches for it and couldn't get to it. Good effort by Landon Porter. But the Tigers turn it over on downs.
For number 3, Landon Parker, broken up by number 3, Dominic Simmons.
Simmons on the coverage.
Downs, 1st and 10.
I'm not sure if maybe Porter would have just kind of maybe kept on his route just a little bit longer there.
Yeah, coverage was right there. He really, the problem was the coverage was in front of him, so he couldn't really speed up to get to the ball. So 1st and 10 for Joplin, leading by a couple of touchdowns, 20-7. They had a missed extra point earlier. And Wright slings it for a 1st down past the marker at the 39 out to the 40. And it's a 1st down for Joplin. Right to Renfro.
Number 5 is Dalton Parks in on the stop. That's enough for a Joplin Eagle. 1st and 10 at the Joplin 40.
Fake handoff and dropped. And jumping on it, what are we going to get?
I don't know. No whistle.
There was no whistle. I think they're going to give it to the Tigers.
They did.
I think so, yeah. They're going to say that we got the ball, but we were down.
Well, let's watch it again. I knew that the people in front of us would not be happy, I can tell you that much.
But here's the deal. I mean, no referee blew the whistle. Everybody just kind of looked at each other and...
Yeah, I was surprised they called it that, but let's see.
Well, they're moving the ball. That's not a good sign.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's 2 yards forward. As we watch it again, not even close to a lateral. So, yeah, this is the right call if they give it to Joplin. Yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 40.
Don't really hear much grumbling over there from the Republic side. I think they knew. That better look at the action sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Handoff to Glade, spins out of one tackle and right into another. DeAndrea was in there, so was Moody.
Glades on that carry, stopped by number 24.
And last time we were just about where we were on the previous touchdown, with 3rd and long. The ball almost in the same spot.
Yeah, you're right.
Our defense has got to do a good job of making sure no one comes out of the backfield and keeping all receivers in front of us.
They're going to throw it underneath and incomplete. Good hit. The defense came up and made the stop. That was Tristan Hicks. Brings up 4th down, and Joplin will have to punt it away with 8:15 left to go in the second quarter.
And I kind of mentioned before, I've seen multiple plays where Tristan has knocked someone around, whether it's the person that's coming out to block him or it's on the tackle. So good job on Tristan and being aggressive tonight and making that ball pop out of the receiver's hands.
Landon Porter is back deep for the Tigers.
Almost.
Oh, my goodness, and he almost ran into the kicker. Then he ducked under his leg. And now picked up by a Tiger going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have done that. But he
punt.
did it anyway. Bryce Clark.
Number 13, Bryce Clark.
That was a lot of interesting stuff going on in that play.
1st and 10.
Yeah, who was that? I missed the name of the number that almost blocked it there for Republic.
I don't know.
Oh man, because he almost, like you said, he literally got about a size 10 cleat right upside the head there. So almost got the ball and almost got a cleat at the same time.
Let's watch it again. Well, couldn't see the number. He was moving too fast. But yeah, he just ducked under that was a weird thing. Ducked under the leg of the kicker to avoid the penalty. It was kind of like a reverse limbo. Sterling around the far side trying to get to the corner. Can't. Gain maybe a yard on first down. Brings up 2nd down and 9 with under 8 now left to go in the second quarter. Tigers trailing 20-7.
And we got lucky there on that play right there. The play clock had gone down from 1-0 and the ball hadn't snapped yet. No referee had noticed that the play clock had gone down.
Big run and out near a first down.
Yeah, they're waving them forward, so great run there. Again, O-line had a great hole there on the left-hand side.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line of Republic.
Now to 7:05 left to go in the first half. Tigers trailing 20-7. In motion goes Sterling. Takes the handoff and jukes his way down to the 40-yard line. So the Tigers doing a good job moving the ball.
And Sterling did a great job of being patient right there. He wasn't just trying to run as fast as he can. Once he came out there and realized he had some blockers out there, he allowed the blockers to pick up a Joplin defender, and then he was able to kind of move his cuts and make his cuts based off of how our guys were defending, or blocking, I mean. Ooh, and another good run.
Got to the edge, got up the sideline into Joplin territory. Down to about the 46. Moody.
And we've seen that play, whether it's Moody or Beckner back there. Those guys are doing a good job of becoming a running back really quick. Once they see a hole, they're able to get past the line of scrimmage. And that time he bounced it outside the numbers and realized that he had a lot of room there running up the sideline.
Down to 6:11 left. Clock is stopped as he went out of bounds. Sterling in motion again. Again, they give it to Sterling around the corner. Great block out there on the corner. And Ezekiel Meads sprung that one. Good job by Meads to seal off the edge for Sterling.
Brings up 2nd and 1 from the Joplin 37-yard line.
If Coach Baldwin will try maybe a deep play here with it being second and short, or if he'll just try to do something just to get that first down.
Well, Sterling's going to go around the edge again. Again, he's got room. And a first down for the Tigers. Let's take a look at that last run and watch as Sterling gets to the corner. Watch Meads.
Fowler forcing him out of bounds at the Joplin 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Goes in motion here, and Meads is going to go out in front of him. And look at that block by Meads. And he stays on it, too. Good job by Meads to spring Sterling.
Seems like they found something they like over there on the left side.
Exactly, and they're just going to stick with it. There he goes again. This time a keeper, and Moody using Sterling for the decoy, takes it up the heart of the defense and gains 5 on first down. 5:51 left in the second quarter.
And the O-line, got to give them props there. You know, we give the ball carriers so much, you know, airtime on names, but the O-line's doing a great job tonight, especially on this particular drive, on sustaining their blocks.
How many plays on this drive so far?
7.
Moody keeps it and just went right behind the line and picked up the first down.
Yeah, that was... Oh, man. It's an O-lineman down there. I don't have the number, but... O-line doing a good job. It's either the right tackle or the right guard pulled to the left-hand side and just blew things up over there, enabling the back to just keep the ball and get that first down.
Down to 5 minutes exactly left in the second quarter. Tigers letting the clock tick. Moody's going to keep it. Good job by the line again. Picks up about 4.
Avery Moody stopped by number 90, Gunnar Price. Brings up
second down for the Tigers now. Second and about 6 with 4.5 left. Tigers are doing a good job of clock management here, as they are just letting the clock tick down, and they would ideally love to score with as little time as possible if they do score on this drive. That's now 9 plays on this drive. Sterling, that time stopped, and the defense reacted.
Number 34, Josh Sterling on that carry. Stopped by number 18, Scott.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, you want them to score here with little time possible, as you were talking about, so Joplin doesn't have the opportunity to put a drive to just possibly score before the halftime. But also, Republic won the toss and deferred, so Republic will get the ball starting the second half.
Big third down play here, 3rd and 5. 3 wide receivers to the right side, and now Buford in motion. They give it to Buford, and he is going to cut it up inside the 10 down to about the 9, just short of the first down, and that brings up a huge play here with 3:21 remaining.
Chase Buford on that carry. Number 40 is Jacob Prosser, and number 48, Marcelino Puente making the stop at the 9-yard
I would think that before you actually run the play, I would think maybe you tell your QB to do a hard count there and make sure that obviously the whole offense realizes you're going to do a hard count, maybe try to draw a defender off to get that easy first down.
Oh, it's a keeper. He's inside the 5, still on his feet, down to the 1.
What great effort there. Never gave up, keep driving his legs, drug 2 Joplin defenders down to the 2-yard line.
Prosser taking him down, brings up 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Yep, there's the first hit, and then he keeps driving the legs and gets it down to the 1. And with 2.5 left in the second quarter, the Tigers threatening to get within a touchdown. 1st and goal from the 2. Moody.
And he's in.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And with 2:15 remaining in the first half, it is 20-13.
As back-to-back weeks where that play has worked multiple times.
And the extra point is up and good. And with 2:15 left to go in the second quarter, Tigers have it down to a score, 20-14. Marco Don Juan puts it through. And the Tigers
15 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
are into the end zone for the second time, 20-14. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Jack Shack.
Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Andre Northrup teeing up the ball.
Got a whistle. The Tigers offside.
Yeah, he hesitated before he kicked it. Somebody get out ahead of me.
Offsides charged against Republic.
That's not what you want. 2:15 left, and you're trying to keep Joplin off the scoreboard.
Especially since the 3 kicks so far have been short kicks.
The last drive for Republic, 13 plays, 78 yards, 5 minutes and 51 seconds.
Much deeper kick than the previous few kicks.
Taken at the 10 and out to the 35. So a good return. And the Tiger defense will try to keep Joplin in check here.
I think that was number 5, Dalton Parks, is the one who made the tackle there on the return.
So a 13-play, 78-yard drive for the Tigers.
5-yard line.
And down to 2:09 left.
And Ozark is quick to get plays in and out, so our defense has got to be ready to go as soon as this play is over with.
Quick throw over to the near side and ushered out of bounds by Connor Sandridge with 2:04 left. So good heads up play by Renfro to get out of bounds.
Number 24, Connor Sandridge making the stop. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Another quick throw up the sideline. And is he in or out? He's out. Stop the clock with 1:44 left.
And again, our guys have got to do a better job fighting through those blocks that the Joplin receivers are doing. Number 21, Keaton Renfro, came and blocked our guy, which opened up more running room for the receiver.
Blades trying to get free, and he's bottled up just inside Republic territory.
Again, Joplin right back up on line, so our defense has got to make sure they get their defensive calls.
At the Republic 48-yard line, 2nd and 4.
Our guys aren't even set yet.
Down to the 40 and out of bounds with 1:19 left.
Our defense has got to be right now. It's got to be looking at the sidelines, getting that call. They almost caught us off guard on that last play. We had some of our DBs back there that weren't quite set in the position that they were supposed to be when the ball was snapped.
Joplin plays faster than anyone we have ever played, I think.
Yeah, the only team I think that would be equivalent is Nixa, and this Joplin team's quicker than that.
It's really hard to make any kind of notes or anything. I'm sure that Tim Barnes can attest to it, since he's the only one trying to do it.
Writer's cramp.
Bryce Messier with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line, 2nd and 5.
Looks like Joplin's going to call a timeout.
So 1:11 left to go in the second quarter. Joplin on the move, leading 20-14. And we'll take a break as well. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Tickets are $1 each. 6 tickets.
Destiny Church is a proud sponsor of Republic Tiger Sports and would love to have you join them in person at 526 East Harrison behind McAllister's, Sunday at 9 a.m. or at the Spring Creek venue for an outdoor service at 11. There's also a Wednesday youth service for grades 6 to 12. Doors open at 6. Service begins at 6:30. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram or on the web at destinychurch.me. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics.
A little screen in the middle. Is that to Trayshawn Thomas?
Short of the first down, and more importantly, it'll force Joplin to either get up to the line quickly. Well, they're going to just keep going. Another complete pass, another first down for Joplin. That one complete to Trayshawn Thomas. 44 seconds left. And they get the first down. The clock stops. They're back up to the line already.
Oh,
bobble snap and picked up. Oh, woo. Big break for Joplin.
Yeah.
Ball was loose.
And Joplin's haste in trying to hurry up and get the ball snapped. I don't know if maybe the ball was snapped a little too early and the QB wasn't ready for it, but that makes Joplin burn another timeout.
35 seconds left. And 2014 Eagles. Second down and 16 coming up. And they had to get down in a hurry, and there's not much room for error when you're trying to score so quickly.
Yeah, and you said that was just great luck there for Joplin because it kind of bounced around between the QB and the running back there. And usually whenever the ball's kind of being tapped back and forth, kind of like it was between the two, usually you get a defender in there that kind of smacks one of the two guys and the ball comes out. So, but whatever the case, Joplin was not able to move the ball up the field. Bring up a huge second down here.
Glades only has 20 yards on the ground, but he's got 99 yards.
We'll return to play with Joplin facing second and 16.
He can do it from about anywhere.
2, 3, 4, 5. Joplin's come out with 5 receivers.
Right over the middle, wide open, and just short of the touchdown. He is stopped at about the 5 and a quick timeout called by Joplin.
That was very similar to the touchdown that Glades scored earlier where Joplin had 5 receivers and we just lost the receiver that was in the middle.
Yeah, they did not call a timeout, or at least they didn't at first. Now
the public calls a
timeout.
Yeah.
So with 22.9 left, the Tigers call a timeout to kind of slow things down.
As we alluded to earlier, one of the goals for an offense is to try to put some points up literally right before you go into half. Not only, obviously, do you always want to put points up on any type of drive that you have, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, but it always kind of creates that momentum for the team that is able to score going into the locker room.
Nixa on top of Ozark now 14-0. Carl Junction leading Neosho 14-0. Carthage ahead of Willard 14-7, and Webb City and Branson tied in the second quarter at 7 apiece. So Nixa, I'll be surprised if Ozark scores more than a touchdown against Nixa's defense. They were so solid. Right now, Nixa on top 14-0 in the backyard brawl. 22.9 seconds left. They hand off to Glades. He's up over the top, and he is not in. Landed before he got across the goal line.
Yeah.
He landed inside the one, I think.
When he flipped, his legs were in, but the ball was still out of the end zone.
So now Joplin, I didn't see the signal, but I assume Joplin called that timeout.
Timeout called by the Eagles.
Yes, there you go.
And really they've got, well, they can pass, but if they run the ball, it well, they go so fast, maybe they have more than one running play left with 16.7 remaining. Second and goal when we get back to action.
I lost track of timeouts. I don't know if that was their second or their third.
Joplin's last timeout.
So you
Please note the 50-50
probably
right now is approximately $200. You can
probably
buy your
just
tickets
defensively
for Project Graduation.
Focus on, I don't know what you do. They've got so many different ways they can attack you. You could.
Yeah, we just saw Glades dive from the 2-yard line with pretty athletic ease there, so it wouldn't surprise me one bit if maybe they try something like that again.
If you do get them down, you need to stay on them.
Yeah.
Get up really slow.
They haven't really gone up the middle. I think I might just give them the middle and
a little slant play.
Yep. So a touchdown for Joplin. Terrence Gibson, the 6'4" wide receiver. And he caught it on the slant, as Rich said, and puts the Eagles on top 26-14.
And that's one of the things that you got to talk to your defenders out there, your corners, is usually when you get in there that close to the end zone and it's a possible pass play, you can't let that receiver get inside of you. You got to read them and see if it's going to be a slant play. And this is exactly what we were hoping that Republic would be able to do, and score the touchdown right before halftime. But we scored that touchdown and just gave too much time to that Joplin offense, and they've just kind of methodically put down a drive and punched it in with 13 seconds left.
So the 1-yard touchdown right to Gibson. And with just 13 seconds left to go in the first half, it's 27-14.
Remember, face coverings are required at all times when social distancing is not possible. When you take trips to the concession stand or restroom, please put on a face mask. When you move, please mask. Teeing up the ball is number
Tigers could use
37.
another good return here. Beckner's got an arm, so if they could get it to midfield, they could at least take a shot. And they got some receivers who could get down there.
Josh Sterling.
Sterling's back deep again. He's had a good night. A little pooch kick. They're going to keep it away from him. And Meads is going to finally pick it up, get bottled up, and finally knocked down at about the 23-yard line with 5.4 seconds left.
One of the things there is that
Number 41,
kind of running around and kind of bumbling the ball there ate up some precious time there if we were going to try to do anything.
Brings up 1st and 10 for Republic at the
Yeah, five seconds left here.
4-yard line.
He said he does have a great arm.
I think they probably just go to the locker room. They haven't played badly. They're not down by much. They get the ball first. He's just going to take the knee. And that is extremely bad for a guy's stats. He was like 6 yards deep on the shotgun and took the knee. I mean, get under center if you're going to run the clock out. 27-14 is the score at halftime. We'll take a break and be back with our Gold Medal Gems halftime show after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Hetty Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. They're also home to our Retmo football show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud sponsor of Republic Tiger Sports and a supporter of all Republic students on the field and off. If you have financial questions, call him at 417-831-5230. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Super Clean Car Wash is Republic's newest and best car wash, conveniently located right on Highway 60. And with their monthly memberships, it's easier than ever to keep your car clean with a quick stop on your way home from work. Super Clean Car Wash on Highway 60 in Republic. Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com. Not only can Hines Street Pharmacy deliver prescriptions right to your door and often save you money compared to what you're paying at big box pharmacies, their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, and now they're offering curbside flu shots. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Well, at halftime, the Tigers trailing 27-14. And Rich Miles, they played well at times, just gave up really too many big plays at times, and then that last drive, not any big plays, but Joplin just so talented, they marched it down the field and put it away in the end zone.
Yeah, very talented. They don't rely on just one player either. They spread it around. They got a couple of receivers out there that they kind of throw to. Renfro was one, and Thomas is another. Then you got Glades, the running back, that's very elusive, both rushing and receiving. And like I said, their receivers do a really good job of going out and throwing blocks. And that's going to be something, like I had said before, that our defense is going to have to improve on here in the second half, is getting off those blocks, doing whatever it can to just get yourself distance between the guy that's coming out to block you. And something else, too, is it just kind of seems like whenever Joplin has 4 or 5 receivers out there, it seems like we lose a receiver somewhere in the kind of the chaos of the play going on, and that one receiver seems to be open in the middle, too, every time. And it hasn't just been one particular receiver. It's been Glades, the running back, who's come out of the backfield to be open in the middle, or it's been one of the 1 or 2 targets of the receiving crew for Joplin who's been open there too. So on the defense, there's got to be some better communication. I know they're getting worn down out there because, as we had mentioned before, Joplin's offense is so quick to the line of scrimmage. They literally, as soon as the ball is set by the referee, it almost seems like the entire Joplin team is already up there waiting, and our guys on the defense are trying to keep up with that speed of the offense.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Joplin got on the board first with a touchdown by Renfro. And this is what that looked like. Well, first I got to get it all called up here. Thought I had that ready to go, but I did not. So here we go. This was the first touchdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Joplin.
That was the tail end of it. Let's punt on that. We'll get rid of that. And let's talk about the touchdown that the Tigers scored. This was a great throw from Gavin Beckner to Landon Porter. And this got the Tigers on the board for the first time. Porter up at the top of your screen.
Is your band ready?
And Beckner throws it right to the back corner of the end zone. And Porter, that was a pretty throw and a pretty catch. And that tied the score. Joplin was able to move the ball for the most part, pretty well, but the Tiger defense did shut them down a couple of times and had some opportunities. And really, I think the killer of that first half was that last touchdown drive by Joplin, because the Tigers had done such a good job of getting it down to 2:15 remaining, and they scored the touchdown, got within a score, and then Joplin just turned it around and sprinted up the field and got on the board again and made it a two-score game at 27-14.
You're right. You would almost say that Joplin did a great job at doing the 2-minute offense. Usually a 2-minute offense is when the offense usually speeds things up, doubles or triple times it, but that was almost kind of regular speed for Joplin, just the way that how quick they are to get right back up in the line of scrimmage. And like I had said, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense, not only to get over and look at what the defensive coach signal is coming in to make sure that they get it, but be able to get that call to the rest of the defense to make sure everybody's lined up. Because by the time all those sequence of events happen, Joplin is pretty much snapping the ball. And when that happens play after play after play after play, that really wears down on defense.
So it's 27-14 here at halftime. And a lot of interesting scores. As we look at the ticker, of course, Nick's on top of Ozark at halftime in the backyard brawl. That's 14-0. Carl Junction, not unexpectedly, beating Neosho. The Wildcats still looking for their first win. But Carthage only leading Willard 14-7 at halftime. And Webb City is now at halftime tied with Branson. That score 7-7.
Wow, that's an interesting score.
It's a very interesting score. And yeah, you just, who knows who's out there and who's playing and who's not. But, yeah, Webb City and Branson tied. That's in Branson. So Webb City was having to pack up the buses and make a long drive. I guess the worst drive in the conference would be Neosho to Branson or Branson to Neosho. Because they've got to basically, at least one time I asked one of the Neosho guys, I'm like, how do you get to Branson? Thinking, well, there's got to be some shortcut to get to from Branson to Neosho. No, they've got to come up. So they've got to take the drive to Republic, and then they got to take the drive from Republic to Branson. They basically just go twice as, they take the two legs of the trip, and there's no easy way to do that in a bus. I mean, that's like going to state for a lot of schools to go that far. And that's just an everyday conference game for Neosho and Branson once a year. 27-14 is the score. We're going to take another break on our Gold Medal Gyms halftime show and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Pinniger Chevrolet is proud we continue to serve Springfield and Southwest Missouri as we have for over 40 years. The Pinniger Chevrolet family treat each of our customers like family and exceed every expectation, not only in the large selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, but also the quality of pre-owned vehicles to fit any budget. Whether you need a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, pick Pinniger every time. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnigerChevrolet.com.
Pick Pinniger every time.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet their customers' needs with a level of service and communication that no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Back in Joplin, where the Tigers trail 27-14. They will get the ball to start things off in the second half. And we will go to Tim Barnes for some first half statistics.
Gavin Begner was 4 out of 7, 44 yards and a touchdown. Avery Moody led the rushing attack, 9 carries, 55 yards and a touchdown. Josh Sterling also had 31 yards rushing. Landon Porter had the 1 touchdown pass for 21 yards. Total yards for Republic, 167. Always right with Joplin's quarterback, 19 out of 21, 257 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half.
19 out of 21.
19 out of 21, 257, 4 TDs. Joplin only had 37 yards rushing, total 294 yards in the first half.
Wow. No wonder, I mean, you listen to those numbers, how do they only have 27 points? It's amazing.
Well, it's fortunate that Republic had 2 long drives, took a lot of time off the clock.
That's true, and we talked about that before the game. We were downright prescient. You got to keep them off the field, and the Tigers did that as much as possible, but down by a couple of touchdowns. Let's see if the missed extra point by Joplin might come into play, if the Tigers could put a little pressure on them. You know, you get a turnover, you continue to move the ball, and then you get a turnover late, you just don't know what can happen. This isn't a lopsided game.
No, it's not. It's only a 13-point game here, and there's a lot of game left. But with that said, the opening drive for the Republic offense to start off the second half definitely needs to be kind of a statement maker. They won the coin toss, deferred to the second half. So if they really want to, keep this, 13-point gap at least into play here and not let Joplin kind of keep just making that gap bigger and bigger, is that offense has got to score here in the second half to open things up. It doesn't have to be a quick, score. It doesn't need to be, 3 or 4 plays. It can be a long, methodical, 12, 13, 14 play drive. But they've got to set the tone here early here in the second half that Republic offense, can move the ball, and they've had some bright spots. The offense has able to move the ball, especially that last touchdown drive for Republic. Our offense, that drive was probably one of the better drives of the entire first half. They're able to just kind of get up 4, 5, 6 yards of play and kind of put Joplin defense on their heels a little bit.
So we'll see what they can do when they come back to start the second half. 27-14 the score here in Joplin. Eagles on top. We'll take another break and be back with more of our Gold Medal Gyms halftime show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
With virtual grocery shopping, birthday parties, and even yoga, it seems everyone is doing things virtually. At Cox Health, we have 2 virtual care options to make it even easier to get the care you need from your home or workplace. Virtual visits on demand to see the first available Cox Health provider, and our new virtual visits for primary and specialty care. Now, you can schedule a virtual appointment for adult wellness exams and other routine care with a physician you already know and trust. To learn more, visit Cox Health at coxhealth.com.
Southern Sun Electric is a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive's been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust. And with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And again this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we take a look at the stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. ERCPA named to Accounting Today's 2020 Best Accounting Firms to Work For. You can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Back in Joplin, Tigers trailing 27-14 at the half. And it's been a busy week in Republic Tigers sports. Lady Tiger softball team hosted Webb City in a big COC showdown yesterday, and that one went to Webb City 5-4. Webb City jumped on top 5-1. Lady Tigers clawed back. Emmy Essery hit her second home run of the season, made it 5-4. They actually got the tying run in scoring position in the bottom of the seventh inning, but couldn't get the run across, and Webb City wins the COC title for a second straight time. That's a really good Webb City team. That was their 21st win of the season, and they've lost only twice this season. Lady Tigers had lost only twice, but they've only played 9 games. The quarantine really messed with their numbers.
Sponsoring the South Concession Stand.
And then last night, the soccer team after that, we broadcast live. That was a home game against Monette. Monette, considered the best soccer team in the area by the Ozark Sports Zone. And Republic knocked them off 2-1 in regulation. So the Tigers started 0-5. And Coach Kevin Houck said, hey, I hope the guys don't get down. They've got talent, but we've got to turn this season around, especially for these seniors. Well, they've turned it around. They've gone from 0-5 now to 7-6, and they're above 500 for the first time. And it was a goal by Philip Mason that gave them a 2-1 win over the Cubs last night at home in a thriller. That was a great game, and they continue to play very well. And they are set up. I mean, they've got some teams that they played close with throughout the season, and they are liable to upset somebody if opponents don't stay ready and stay on their game. And then the tennis team tomorrow, the Lady Tigers, will be at home. It's the individual district tournament. The way tennis works is they've got individual districts and team districts. So tomorrow, Republic hosts the individual districts, and there will be a singles and a doubles tournament. And then next week, Republic on Saturday will host the team districts. So that's just, but no, that's not on Saturday. That's during the week. That's just like any other district tournament. The teams, the top seed is at home, and in that case, Republic is the top seed. So they'll be at home all week as long as they are alive, and hopefully they will be able to capture a district championship.
And softball hosts district this year?
Yes, softball hosts district.
And there's something else that I can't remember.
I think that soccer, does soccer? Yeah, soccer does, because I made a note mental note that they are hosting, because they play in the stadium with turf, whereas they usually play on that grass field where they practice. But for districts, they will go across campus and play on the turf. And that's just done so lessen the chance of a rainout. And I think they're more likely to be able to host if they do have turf, although, they don't have turf at the softball field. Joplin has hosted a lot of district stuff because they've got turf on their turf infields on their softball fields. Pretty much the whole thing is turf. Even the
practice, the football practice field is even turf.
Yes, but like on the softball field, even the sliding pits, they're or there aren't sliding pits. They just slide on the turf right into the base. So that has landed Joplin some good. Well, Tim's over there making a face, but I guess the turf is a lot softer than it used to be. Anyway, full moon is coming up straight across the way.
Yeah.
And this camera is not going to do it justice, but you can kind of see it over there. It's just a little dot. But it really is beautiful. It looked even better a little while ago, but
just the way you said just a little dot reminded me of Bob Ross and how he would describe how he would paint things on his canvas there. A happy little tree and things of that nature. So thank you, David, for bringing a positive tone here during halftime of bringing the soothed descriptions of Bob Ross and other things of my childhood memory.
The Gold Medal Jim's Halftime Show logo up there. I pulled out my yellow ochre and painted it. Little titanium white.
Yes, some crimson red.
I believe it's alizarin crimson. I don't remember. I don't know. Anyway.
We have gone off topic, but that's okay.
Yeah, what can I say? Anyway, it's just about time for the second half.
To begin the second half, Joplin will be kicking to Republic. Teeing up the ball for Joplin is number 37, Joseph Ibsen.
And our third quarter scoreboard sponsor is Destiny Church. Pursuing God, loving life. That's Destiny Church. Find them online at destinychurch.me. Carl Junction has pulled far, far ahead of Neosho. It's now 34-0 at halftime. Tough night and tough season for the Wildcats. They are winless.
Back deep for Republic is number 34, Josh Sterling.
So Joplin's got it teed up, and we're just about ready to go here in the second half. And it's a ground ball kick, bounces, and taken right around the 30-yard line by Jarrett Whitworth. That's his second kickoff return of the season. He got one, I think it was last week.
Whitworth on that return, number 14.
That's why whenever you are going through special teams and you tell your kickoff team that everybody's got to be ready. No matter what you think the kickoff team might do, even if you think that the ball's going to be kicked deep, everybody's got to be ready because it might be a short kick to you.
Yeah, that was the second time in a row they've done that, so I think they are just doing that on purpose after giving up the big return, and oops, over here on the near side, somebody moved, got a little anxious. I think that was Aidan Gregory, number 6.
Ball's being marked at the 28.
So, not a good start for the Tigers.
First and 15.
It'll be 1st and 15. Beckner at quarterback. He's got Meads next to him. 3 wide receivers stacked up over here on the near side. They're going to throw it to Porter. He bobbled it on the screen. Spins off a man. The ball is loose. And does Joplin have it? They are acting like they have it. Yep, the Eagles come away with it.
Oh, and with the celebration, the Joplin Eagle player that got the fumble recovery just jacked the ball up in the air. The referee threw a flag as soon as he let that ball loose. So it's going to push the ball back. Joplin will keep it, but it'll push the ball back a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think Porter ever did have a good handle on it. And that's going to back him up. I don't know if the
conduct charged against the Eagles.
I don't know if the boos are coming through on the. Well, Pretty sure that one is. But I had forgotten. But I believe last time we were down here, we thought that the Boo Birds were out in force. So 1st and 10, Joplin, and so much for the Tigers putting a good drive together. Glades gets to the outside. I started to say in the first half, his lateral cuts are so good and so sharp. He looks like he's getting ready to cut one way, and it's almost like he kind of teleports back the other direction.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
Our defense is confused again. They're not lined up.
Give it to Glades this side now. Gets away from a man, takes it down inside the 35. Let's take another look at that fumble earlier. Just kind of slipped up and out of his hands. And Joplin jumped on it. And that's how they get going here. Glades again, so patient, waiting for the hole to open up. And the Tiger defense that time did a good job. Well, I say that. Well, is the ball loose?
They waited a long time to blow the whistle.
And it was, and the Tigers have it. So there were so many bodies stacked up in there.
What a huge turn of events there. What looked could have been disastrous for this Republic team to start off here in the 3rd quarter with us fumbling the ball in the first play. Able to get that ball right back for the offense.
Yeah, that was big. Now if they can do what we wanted them to do the first time and drive it down the field, run some clock. Now they got 3 wide receivers stacked up on the far side of the field.
Oh,
and it's going to be a pass.
Wide open.
Downfield and underthrown. Chase Buford had not had a ball in his hand to throw for a while. You could tell on that one.
That play,
I'm sure they'd worked on it, but that one just got away.
That play set up perfectly too. The Joplin Eagles came and bit on it. And man, if he could have just gotten that ball, put some air up underneath it, that could have been a touchdown.
Trips to the right now on the near side, and Buford way over to the left. Beckner with Meads next to him. It's Porter, Gregory, and Sterling over here on this side. And they throw it to Meads. Zigzags in between a couple of guys, picks up a couple of yards, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 8.
It's like the 2 Republic receivers out there almost looked like they were both going for the ball, and we're kind of confused on exactly where the ball was going to.
And then for a second when Meads caught it, I almost thought he was going to try and throw it again.
So there was some confusion by the 2 receivers out there for Republic.
I'm not sure. It looked to me as I was glancing at who was lined up over here on the near side, it looked like there was some confusion among the receivers on this side too. They weren't involved in the play. Different formation for the Tigers this time, and Beckner's going to keep it. He's got running room, but the Joplin defense closes and stops him for a short gain. And with 9:46 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Republic is going to have to punt it away.
Referee's marking the ball at the 30-yard line, brings up 4th down, 4th and 6.
Well, with how athletic Glades is back there as a returner, definitely try your hardest to just kick away from him.
Line drive kick, bounces past Glades.
Is he going to pick it up?
Nope, he finally decides not to. Good decision by Glades. He thought about it, but if that had happened, he'd have been hit, and I think he would have fumbled it. So that was a good punt. And the Tigers back Joplin all the way back to the 25-yard line. So the field position flips a little bit after Joplin had the better of it to start the half.
Both offensives not started off very well here in the second half. Joplin fumbling the ball and Republic fumbling the ball.
1st and 10 from the 25. They fake it to Glades. They throw it over the middle. It is complete. out to about the 32-yard line.
Was that to Keaton Renfro? Another reception.
Well, that almost a little taunting there by Renfro. He got up and was jawing at the Tiger defense. Second down and 2. The Springfield officials didn't see it. Through the middle goes Glades. He's got an opening, and he's going to beat everybody. Well, no, they got him. Well, no, they didn't.
Ball's out. Ball's out.
All the way down, and who's got it?
Joplin.
So they get it, and they say he's down on the 1. Well, that was a lot going on.
Oh, man. Ball popped out there inside the 5-yard line, 5-yard line there, and I thought a Republic defender had a chance to get it there.
So it's going to be first and goal for Joplin with 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter, leading 27-14.
First and goal for Joplin.
We'll take a look at that in a second when we get a chance. In the middle.
And a flag comes out.
Number 34, Quentin Renfro on that carry. Stopped by number 71, Micah Erickson.
Good job by Erickson to get him around the leg and stop him from getting in.
Someone pulled a Joplin helmet off, I believe.
There's a flag on the field.
There hasn't been any signal yet.
They don't look like they're getting ready to back up, so I guess it's against Republic. Yeah.
Personal foul charged against Republic.
Personal foul against Republic, and that makes it first down again. So they got the stop on first down, but they've got to do it
first down
again. Right, hands it off, and they hit and dropped. A plethora of Tigers fly in there. Markham.
Quentin Renfro on that carry.
I think Markham was the first there.
Third and goal from the 3.
The last time that Joplin was this close, and that last touchdown right before halftime, they went for the slant. So definitely that is going to be something that our defensive corners have got to keep their eye on, not allowing that receiver to get inside of them.
They run the slant. Look at that. Rich Miles.
It is the same exact play to a T that scored the last touchdown. If you're a corner, you got to make sure that the receiver does not get inside of you.
For an Eagle touchdown.
Extra point is good.
The snap by Joe Jasper. The hold by Keaton Renfro. The kick.
And it is 34-14 now, a 20-point lead for Joplin.
In the third quarter, the score, Joplin Eagles.
Touchdown right to Gibson.
Republic
Puts them on top by 20. And the Tiger offense will try to answer when we come back after this. You're watching Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports.
For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive's been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust. And with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And again this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we take a look at the stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. ERCPA named to Accounting Today's 2020 Best Accounting Firms to Work For. You can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com.
Kick taken deep, but Sterling takes it out past the 25 and tripped up around the 30-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will start, trailing by 20 now.
Number 34, Josh.
34-14.
Stop by number 14, Evan Overstreet. Referee's marking the ball.
This is going to be a very important drive right here. Republic's gotta put some points here if they have any intentions of closing this gap.
Beckner in the shotgun. Gives it to Meads. They had success with this in the first half. Meads spins off a man and gains about 8 yards on first down with 7:18 left to go in the third quarter.
And I think the man he spun off was his own player there.
Second down at the 38-yard line, 2nd and 2.
But this is the second down that you like. You know, that first play of the downs is so important there. When you're able to pick up between 4 to 6 yards on the first down, really opens up the playbook for your second down call.
Sterling takes it, gets away from one man, but can't get away from the second. Slowed down, and then it was Hayden Presley who came up and took him down. So no gain. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Number 40, Jacob Prosser in on the stop. Ball remains at the 38-yard line, 3rd and 2.
6:25 left and the clock ticking in the third quarter. Trips to the right side, one to the left. That's Buford over there. Meads in the backfield. 10 seconds on the play clock as Beckner gets instruction from the coaching staff. Down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Man goes in motion. They barely get it off. Beckner under pressure, and he's going to be taken down. Big sack by the Joplin defense.
Quarterback Gavin Beckner sacked by number 48, Marcelino Puente.
Marcelino Puente was back there to make the stop. And it brings up 4th down and long, and the Tigers will have to punt it away. So it was 3rd and 2. Now it's 4th and 13. Meads punts it away. High end over end kick. Bounces and takes a Joplin bounce backwards and out of bounds. And it's going to be marked short of midfield around the Republic 48-yard line. That's where Joplin will take over, leading by 20, 34-14.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
That one not as long a punt, but one thing that Dustin Baldwin talks about with Meads is his ability to kick it where they want him to kick it. And he did a good job of that against Ozark. And for the most part has kept Joplin from getting any big runs. Blades comes around to the near side. He's hit and stood up by a couple of players. Moody is in there.
Nathan Glaze
so is Markham.
Initial stop by number 12, Avery Moody. Brings up second
Under
down,
5 to go in the third quarter.
Midfield.
2nd down and 4 for Joplin.
We had 12 guys out there on the defense.
Well, no wonder they got to him so fast.
Well, I think the referee finally threw a flag. We had someone come off the sideline, but no one came off.
I'm saving up for a telestrator so you can tick them off sometime in the future.
Hey, you get that. I'll do my best John Madden impression and start drawing all over and zigzags and scribbles and.
It's in the budget for 2037.
Okay, all right. I hope you and I are still doing this in 2037. I'm definitely, if we're doing this in 2037, I'm going to have to definitely invest in some binoculars if we're still doing this 17 years from now.
Yeah. Subtle dig at the two of us sitting here who have binoculars.
Oh,
that's a late hit.
Flag is coming in. Who was that? We could hear that hit all the way up here.
Yeah.
I think that was Connor Sandridge, I think, that came in.
And on the stop, there's a flag on the field.
And that must have been the player that got hit's mom. If you heard the woman down there screaming.
I didn't think it was obvious that he was out of bounds.
No, I mean, the whistle had blown, but, you know, that can be hard to hear. So, I mean, we'll watch it again.
Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to Heaven's Sent Flowers.
So, yeah, there we go. I was about to say the receiver out there for Joplin was literally holding. I don't know what Republic defender it was, but I mean, was clearly had two hands full of jersey. I was about to say that was going to be a missed call, but yeah, two different referees throw the flag there, and that was a pretty easy or blatant call for the referees. So I'm glad that they were able to pick that up.
Down to 4:16 left. They march it off. It's going to be 1st and 21 for the Eagles. All the way back to the 40.
First down, 1st and 21.
Right, throws it to Glades. 3 Tigers over there, and good open field tackle.
Is that Tristan Hicks?
Always right pass complete to number 6, Nathan
Hicks came
Glades.
up and made the stop.
Number 31
good play.
Tristan Hicks making the stop. Ball's been marked at the 42-yard line.
Wow, you're looking at second and 23.
They've just got so much speed and so much athleticism that 2nd and 23 is not to them what it is to other teams.
Wide open. No one accounted for Glades coming out of the backfield, and he was just able to float out to the flats.
So got about half of it back. It's going to be
always right pass complete
4th
to Nathan Glades.
or rather 3rd and 12, 3rd or 4th. The scoreboard hasn't changed. It's 3rd.
Messler making the stop.
That's been something that our defense has just kind of struggled with this evening. Is if there's an inside receiver, a slot receiver, or Glades, the running back, who just kind of floats out from the backfield, no one is accounting for that person.
Under pressure, Wright gets away, rolls to the far side, finally tucks it, and is out of bounds over inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line. Now it's going to be 4th down. 4th and about 4.
At the 24-yard line.
2:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 4th and 5.
Oh no, 4th and 5 now. Big play here for the Republic defense. 34-14 is about what I think it was 35-14 at one point when the Tigers started their comeback last week. But need to keep it right here if they want to have a chance to do that. Wright's going to throw. Under pressure, sidesteps a man and tripped up in the backfield. Big defensive play. Coming in and making the stop was Bryce Messier.
Yeah, Bryce Messier, good job.
With 2:48 left,
Republic takes over 1st and 10.
Republic has the ball at the 31-yard line.
Good job for Bryce on not giving up on the play there. He just kept fighting, and literally dove at the last second and was able to clip the leg of the QB, causing him to trip up and go down. Hopefully our offense here can do something with this turnover by Downs.
Landon Porter around the far side. Picks up a couple on 1st down.
Number 3, Landon Porter on the carry. Stopped by number 22, Donovan Fowler, and number 18, Scott Lowe. 2nd down at the 34-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Give it to Meads, going opposite the motion play.
Number 41
goes out of bounds.
on the carry.
And the Joplin defense closed in so quick there. I thought Meads had a hole or a little bit of an opening to possibly go north and south instead of east and west, but just as he got to the line of scrimmage, he was knocked out of bounds.
Beckner's going to throw it, and he's got Sterling beyond the marker, steps out of bounds at around the 43-yard line. First down, Republic.
Kevin Beckner pass complete to number 34, Josh Sterling.
Good job on Sterling on being aware of where the first down marker is. A lot of times you tell your receiver to cut your break and be ready for the ball, but make sure that you're at least at the first down marker just beyond when you catch it so you're not tackled and you're just short.
Not much running room there. Taken down at about the original line of scrimmage. Brings up second down and 10 for the Tigers.
Number 18, Scott Lowe making the stop. Brings up second down, second and 10 from the 43-yard line.
Beckner there doing a hard count before looking over and getting the call from the offensive coordinator.
On the slant and thrown a little bit behind Sterling. Brings up third and 10.
Kevin Beckner pass
it was a little behind him, and there was some zip on that ball too. That was coming in hot.
Brings up third and 10 from the 43-yard line.
Beckner floats it over the middle, and Buford is hit almost as soon as he catches it. That was a screen pass without a screen.
Kevin Beckner pass complete to number 8, Chase Buford.
And so Republic will have to punt it again.
Making the stop.
Defense is keeping them in it.
Referee's marking the ball at the 44-yard line. Brings up fourth and 9.
Maybe the last play of the quarter, unless they just let it wind down to 0, which it looks like Republic going to do. That, and they didn't have a player out there either.
Yep, so we go to the end of the third quarter. It's 34-14 Joplin. Republic will have to kick it away when we come back to start the fourth quarter. After this, on Republic Tiger Sports.
Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack.
Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got you back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Meads gets the punt off. Another good one. Booming kick, and he punted it out of bounds over around the 30-yard line. Man, he's got a good leg, and he puts it right where he wants it, I think.
Yeah, I think the main objective there is just making sure that you didn't kick it straight to Glades there, number 6.
Correction, ball's been marked at the 34-yard line.
So, booming kick, yeah, it's nice and high, end over end.
But when you
don't allow the return man even the opportunity, that's always a plus also.
Axel Merriman. Hustle Laney Merriman. Head coach for the cheerleaders is Kristen Herman.
So for some reason, we have a stoppage of play to switch out the football. I guess the football that was out there was not good enough.
Been a whole quarter.
34-yard line.
I guess started the new quarter. They wanted a new ball. Glades zips through the hole out to midfield.
In that, Glades number 6 is the player that Joplin has missed the past couple weeks. So obviously you can kind of tell the difference between the Joplin offense with Glades and without him.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you think about if they didn't have Glades, this would be an entirely different game. You know, Republic just I know it's because we watch Republic, but it sure seems like Republic gets, we were talking on the way down, they either get teams that have just been upset that are really good and are going to be angry, or they get guys who come back off of whatever, suspensions, injuries. And Glades is very good. I know that probably happens to every team, and we just notice it. But, yeah, tough break. Because Glades is a huge difference. You know, if they did not have him, that's a big weapon gone.
1-3-7.
Fourth quarter scoreboard sponsor is Absolute Roofing. Thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their longtime support of Republic Tiger Sports. Got some separation in some of the other games. Carl Junction walloping Neosho. Webb City's now on top of Branson in the second half, 21-7.
Nathan Glades on the carry, stopped by number 13, Bryce Clark. Brings up second down.
Clark made the stop. Joplin fans unhappy.
Correction, 35-yard line,
Yeah,
second and 6.
I guess they wanted a late hit.
Things are getting a little chippy
1-3-7.
between a couple of Joplin and Republic players. Just a little bit of jawing and a little bit of shoving after the whistle blown, but referees obviously didn't think it was egregious enough to throw the flag.
Down to 9:52 left in the game. Glades down to about the 32-yard line on that one.
Nathan Glades on that carry.
Now just kind of looking at the play calls here by Joplin, nothing too fancy. I think they're kind of in clock mode now, where they're just trying to be a little conservative and eat up a little bit of time here as they move the ball.
They're kind of different than they have been. It seems like they're waiting a little longer before they come up to the line. Right side of the line was wide open for Glades. And Moody finally made the stop at about the 17-yard line.
Joplin's offensive line, whether it's a tackle or tight end, is able to get a good seal off on our defensive end or outside linebacker that's just been there most plays that Glades has run off tackle. And as you see, Joplin just slow to the line of scrimmage, where up until now they've been so quick to get up on the ball.
Glades around the left side this time. And taken down after a short gain, less than a yard on first down.
I think that was a combination of Micah and Dean, the two interior D linemen there on the tackle.
Ball remains at the 17-yard line, second and 10.
getting a little chilly from high atop Jung Stadium.
We found out this, we were talking how old this stadium is, and we found out right before the game that this stadium was built in 1934. Not too many Great Depression era stadiums that I have attended, but now I can check that off my list.
That's right. I don't know when Neosho was built, but I think it's probably about the same age.
Brings up third down at the 14.
If it's not the same age, then it looks the same age.
Neosho's turf is newer. Boy, Neosho got that new turf and off to the 0-5, I guess 0-6 start. They're going to put back in grass. Now 7 minutes left. Joplin taking its time, eating up the clock. Third down coming up. And good second effort. I think it's going to be fourth down, short of the first down. I think the Tigers are trying to strip the ball away and maybe not making a tackle, trying to stand him up and get the turnover, which is understandable at this point in the game.
4th and 1 from the 8-yard line.
And they've taken Glades out of the ball game.
Well-deserved rest.
Yeah.
And they have brought in number 34, which is not on Joplin's roster. I don't think Joplin got it. I think they're going to be just short.
Quentin Renfro, according to the PA announcer, who should know, being from Joplin, I presume.
Nope, Joplin didn't get it. So Republic's defense makes a late fourth quarter stand here.
And again, last week it was about this score with about, I think it was 7 minutes left. So, and the Tigers scored a couple of touchdowns and got back into it. So all is not hopeless for the Tigers.
Only one first down in the second half for Republic.
Yeah, the defense for Joplin's been a lot better, and also Republic's made more mistakes in the second half. They looked a lot sharper in the first half. Beckner ducks away from pressure, has an opening, throws it upfield, and it's short, and it's going to be picked off. And that was just a matter of, I don't think, Kevin Beckner just overestimated how far he could throw that from that position on the field and tried to do too much.
A lot of times you tell your QB, try not to throw it across the field, meaning diagonal, to where if you're kind of on the left-hand side and you see a receiver way on the right-hand side, try not to throw it across the field like that, and that's a situation where you kind of pull up the film and say, this is exactly why we tell you not to do that.
So with under 6 minutes left, Joplin gets the ball back. And they're going to try to just methodically go down the same stretch of the field as they did last time. First a Pete and now a repeat. Inside handoff. And Quentin Renfro again takes it inside or to about the 40 before Cooper Lander brings him down.
Second down, 2nd and 4.
Second down and 4, and 5.5 minutes left. Pickup of a couple by Renfro. Makes it third down and 1. Erickson made the tackle. And down under 5 minutes left. It's so weird to see Joplin. They move so fast for 3.5 quarters, and now it's just like they are slowed to a crawl. So Joplin is in control and just letting the clock tick down. They'll make their way up to the line of scrimmage in a leisurely manner. High snap. Renfro takes the handoff, weaves his way through the defense, almost to the first down stick. Is that a left foot or a right foot, Tim Barnes?
Number 58 is Bryce.
I believe that coming from that direction, that would have been a right foot.
And less than a yard.
So 4th and inches.
Well, Joplin just substituted and brought in a whole bunch of individuals. It's not the same QB either, so I think they may have brought in some JV players here for this 4th down.
4th and very short. The down marker and the chain, the first down marker and the stick. I hope they're masking over there. They're very close together.
And then Joplin, I think, didn't have enough players out there. I think too many guys came off and not enough went back on, so I think the Joplin coach had to burn time out there.
So 4:04 left in the game. Joplin in control and moving the ball, and we'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Destiny Church is a proud sponsor of Republic Tiger Sports and would love to have you join them in person at 526 East Harrison behind McAllister's, Sunday at 9 a.m. or at the Spring Creek venue for an outdoor service at 11. There's also a Wednesday youth service for grades 6 to 12. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics. Hetty Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. They're also home to our Retmo football show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ.
Back to action, the handoff, and the
short.
Tigers got another defensive stop. Good surge up front.
Number 34, Quentin Renfro on that carry. Stop.
Markham and Erickson were in there.
Republic takes over on
And
downs,
under
first
4
and
now,
10.
3:59 left, and the Tigers get it back again.
Well, do you do a hurry-up offense here? And I know we have 4 minutes left, and we're down by a few scores here. A screen.
Beckner a blitz. Oh, that was almost an interception, and that would have been maybe a touchdown.
Looked like some type of screenplay that was setting up. Yeah, and he just threw that in traffic there.
Beckner keeps it, ends up gaining a couple of yards. Didn't really, all the gain was on the fact that he was flung forward by the tackler.
Brings up 3rd down from the 39-yard line, 3rd and 8.
So brings up 3rd and 8 for Republic with 3:32 left now in the game. Second straight week that there have been bright spots, but just not enough to get the win. This is a very good Joplin team. Beckner escapes one man, but can't get away from the other. Coming up and making the hit was Jacob Crossner, sacking Beckner.
Number 40, Jacob Prosser.
And that will cause the Tigers to have to punt it away again. The offense just has not been sharp in the second half like it was in the first. Low line drive kick is going to roll to about the 40, down to the 39 before being downed by the Tigers.
Ezekiel Meads
Isaiah Madsen.
at at the Joplin 39-yard line.
Downs the ball, and with 2:38, Joplin gets the ball back.
Always Right is going to finish the night, assuming he doesn't throw anymore. 24 out of 26, 277 with 5 touchdowns.
Wow. Defense stacks them up after about a yard. 24 of 26.
Now, a lot of those were just very short passes to his running backs, but
Yeah, but still, I mean, NFL quarterbacks don't go 24 of 26 with NFL receivers.
Second and 10 for the 41-yard line.
Another touchdown. Quentin Renfro got loose and takes it to the end zone, and now it's 40-14.
And that right there is just another example of just how impressive Joplin is on sustaining blocks. It literally, if you look out there, you can see just about almost every single player for Joplin is blocking one of our defenders. No one's taking a play off, even if it's the receiver that's on the opposite side of where the ball's going. That Joplin player is still keeping their block.
We'll watch the kick. It is good, and it's 41-14, and then we'll watch this touchdown again. Looked like they had him, and he got loose, and then there was nobody left to stop him. Into the end zone, and it is now 41-14. Joplin. The late touchdown just puts the exclamation point on it for the Eagles. And they lead at 41-14. We'll take one quick break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud sponsor of Republic Tiger Sports and a supporter of all Republic students on the field and off. If you have financial questions, call him at 417-831-5230. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
Taking up the ball for Joplin is number 37, Joseph.
1:41 left in the game. Joplin winning 41-14. Halftime score was 27-14, so Joplin has outscored Republic 14-0. Seems more lopsided than that in the second half just because Republic's offense hasn't really done much of anything. Out to the 20, that's Memphis Maples, to about the 23-yard line where he's taken down, and the Tigers will take over there with 1:35 left to go in the game. Republic will fall to 2-4. And Joplin will even its record at 3-3. And they are a very good team when Nathan Glades is out there. This is the team that beat Webb City.
Yes. Republic will travel to Carl Junction, I believe, next week. So back-to-back long-distance drives for this Republic team.
if you look at Joplin's sidelines, they have a lot of guys that are still in street clothes. So they still have a lot of injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, they may have been better than this when they beat Webb City. Handoff to Maples, and he slipped down as he tried to turn the corner. He's had problems keeping his footing. He kind of slipped when he took the early kickoff. And then I almost thought he kind of lost his footing as he caught the last one. and then he lost his footing there as he tried to turn the corner. Clock running, 1:12 left in the game. Maples again, nowhere to go. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Under a minute left.
Memphis Maples on the carry, stop by number 77, Jet Steele. Ball remains at the 23-yard line, 3rd and 10.
Number 77, Jet Steele. I told somebody in the press box from Joplin he should be a running back. He should be a skill player, Jet Steele, but he's a lineman. His dad probably had the name, named him Jet Steele, thinking, this is going to be a running back, a wide receiver, and then he grew to be, 6'3", 200 pounds or whatever he is. I guess 6'3", 200 pounds would not be that big. 6'3", 250 maybe.
Number 71 is Luke Gunn making the stop.
Jet Steele, 6'5", 250. Yeah, not going to be a running back at 6'5", 250. Time is going to expire, and Joplin gets the win. Third win of the season for Joplin. Tigers fall to 2-4, and they'll try to rebound next week against Carl Junction. We'll take a break and be back to wrap up the broadcast after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Super Clean Car Wash is Republic's newest and best car wash, conveniently located right on Highway 60. And with their monthly memberships, it's easier than ever to keep your car clean with a quick stop on your way home from work. Super Clean Car Wash on Highway 60 in Republic. Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com.
Well, the Tigers started off well. They were in the ball game at halftime. They trailed 27-14 right before halftime. They had marched down the field, best drive of the game, and cut it to one score. But then Joplin answered right after that, went up by 2 scores going into halftime, and then they dominated the second half, shut out the Tigers, and pulled away to win it 41-14. Play of the game came in the first half. It was a touchdown pass from Gavin Beckner to Landon Porter. They got lined up, and Porter's up on the top of your screen. He's going to make a little inside move to lose the defender and then runs right under the pass in the back corner of the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. That got him within a score, but that was as close as they would be all night. And Joplin goes on to win it. Final score was 41-14. Rich Miles, final thoughts.
Well, just got to keep working at it. This isn't the time period to, just put your head down and just kind of throw your hands up in the air and say the season's a wash. This is the time of, any season where maybe you're kind of stuck in a little bit of a rut, you're a little bit of a losing streak, where you need to kind of right the ship. And definitely Carl Junction is a beatable team for this Republic Tigers, so hopefully we can get back on the right side and get a W next week.
It was a tough loss down at Carl Junction last year. That was one of those crazy high-scoring games. Big game for Lucas Hayes, and the Tigers were on the short end of it. And they'll try to do better and have a better outcome this year as they try to end this 4-game losing skid. They lost here tonight. Final score, Joplin 41, Republic 14. Thanks for watching Tiger Football.